Hello guys, I'm Henry John Griffin, and this movie is about how it really does cost money to get played on a cable TV channel like BET Jams and MTV and all of that stuff. Which makes me think of the anxiety that I don't want to say it, but when a submission is expensive, it literally turns out to like, I'm gonna show you. I know what this is called. Paying to get your video played on channels such as MTV and BET Jams is a whole lot of ways to... It's another way to get mad and say it's not our main purpose to compute. And that it's not the job, and that it's not a person's job to process information just like a computer. Whereas within the MTV submissions being expensive, we literally have no extra cost. That's an anxiety that, in a certain way, whereas if we were to talk about our brain's job title in a certain sense and believe or think that it's not a human's main purpose to compute. Because if you're using a television submission, actually stop. It's better to use YouTube. Using a television submission and knowing that it costs money goes back to the whole obsession that it's not, that is not our main purpose to process information just like a computer. Another common obsession is that our brains were not meant to compute. Our brains were not meant to process information. That's not its job. Then long ago, before we had all of that stuff, it was taking place until when they had humans doing computations. But that wasn't pretty much the case. So guys, be on the lookout for those MTV submission sites. It costs money. They're trying to make you pay. It's a scam. And I'm gonna give you my opinion. In my opinion, it's not my main purpose to compute, process, which means think. Like, I'm really still able to do videos even though I got a bit of anxiety here. But we think we're not similar to a mechanical electronic device, or somehow in the world we would go to this obsession that it's not that our brains are not meant to compute and that it's not its job. This is because we're in the real world. People are going to tell us answers we don't like. They're not going to say we're computers.
Catch the banana. No, catch the banana.
Huh?
Catch the banana.
No.
Catch the banana.
It's not Mario
Catch
Kart.
the banana.
It's not Mario Kart.
Catch the banana.
It's not Mario
So,
Kart.
by saying it's not our brain's main purpose is to process, we are saying this as a consequential anxiety that we have argued the whole sense
I love you, my lady.
that that's not what a brain does and that's not its job, is to compute. So if you really like my it's not my main purpose to compute movie, please feel free to check it out only on HG3 TV. Since we can't submit videos to MTV, or MTV doesn't even play music videos anymore like they used to back in the 80s and 90s. Since video got rid of that thing where you could distribute videos on MTV, we now are in a new decade where we come across the obsession where it's time to think of ourselves. It's time to be a human. Because what am I? I'm a human. And this in the session of it's not my main purpose to compute was basically shown by giving evidence that our brains were not meant to compute. And by saying it, you're expressing yourself. You're expressing your emotions. Just from running a thought process that says it's not my main purpose to compute. So yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you really want to see this. It's not my main purpose to compute movie.